70 seconds. This is going to come all the way around.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Don River Dash. How exciting is this atmosphere here today in Bowen on Friday night? My name's Dan Kary and I'm joined by Toby Cooper. Toby, how good is it here at Bowen on a Friday night?
Mate, it is unbelievable. Once again, credit to the club and what they've done here, the local council. The support not only from the organiser itself, but the township, the community, it's second to none. And I mean, it's going to be, I reckon, could be the biggest yet.
Oh, mate, it's an absolute cracker. There's no question about that. You know, we've got 89 vehicles here, four-wheel vehicles, 215 motorbikes, ready to test their mettle against this crazy track. So we race up. We're literally in Bowen. I mean, I'm staying on the waterfront, Toby. It doesn't get much better than this. I always go on about the Don River Dash. We go through a lot of off-road races. I tell you what, this is one to pick because we get to do that racing. It's a great family event. You know, as we look around, you've got those awesome drone shots coming in. And, you know, we've got a full crowd here tonight. The showgrounds are absolutely packed. Caravans, race cars. There is just tons going on here, which makes it just a great night. Hey, Tobes.
Definitely, mate. You always see those shots coming in there from the beautiful drone of the Bowen Showground. It's a piece. Yeah, it's unbelievable. The atmosphere. Defending champions here this weekend. Royen Bailey in the cars. Liam Walsh in on the bikes. Reverse grid. I mean, it's got everything for almost the perfect off-road race. So yeah, can't wait to get there. First time calling it, and yeah, it's going to be on tomorrow.
Yeah, mate, it is definitely going to be on tomorrow. You mentioned about some of the awesome races here. You know, we've got some very top-level cars, and it's interesting because this isn't part of a national series. It's a standalone event, isn't it? And that's one of the things that makes it so exciting. It's really just balls to the wall. They're getting it done.
Yeah, mate, definitely 100%. There's so much going on. I mean, yeah, part of the Queensland Off-Road AORA Championship. It's not even a national. So to think the calibre of this event without that, I mean, yeah, second to none. I think we're going to get one of our. Hey, mate. Welcome on, mate. Welcome to Bowen.
Oh, look, such a great part of the world, and of course in the mighty Burdekin electorate, which I represent here in the magnificent state of Queensland. And when you have a look at the numbers here, and you have a look at these cars, you have a look at the motorbikes, and of course, what you didn't mention, the 478 seagulls that have come in from the ocean to have a look as well. But this is really growing into an iconic event, and such a great event for this community.
And I know you've been part of this event since sort of its inception, and you must be pretty proud to be part of obviously the township and the council area. And I mean it is a big event on the off-road scale across Australia, and it must be very proud.
Oh, look, everyone gets behind this. We have local government, we have state government. They all come out for this particular event, watching it grow. We're happy to support it. Council's here tonight as well. And you see the crowd. You see these young kids who are walking around here. You see the look in their faces and the excitement building. And, of course, when I have the privilege tomorrow morning of dropping that flag, I can't wait.
I know. Very good, mate. It gives you the hairs up on the back of your neck. And I mean, it's great to see. And, thanks for everything you do for not only the event but for the community. And,
good to be here.
Well done. Cheers. Welcome. How are you, Michelle? Welcome aboard. I know you were part of the sponsors night last night. Just tell us, for those watching on, sort of your involvement in the event and what you do for the community.
Sure. Yeah, it's great to be here today. So I'm Michelle Wright from Whitsunday Regional Council. So it's great to be one of the big sponsors involved. Council actually has sponsored this event from the inception, from 2019. And this particular year, Council is giving $20,000 in-kind sponsorship to go towards helping with the road closures and that sort of thing. So we're very proud to be involved in such a wonderful event for our community and region.
I mean, it just keeps going strength to strength. The numbers are incredible. As I said, like 89 cars, 215. You sort of average between sort of 7 and 8 per competitor. I mean, the economy for Bowen and the region, it's quite exceptional.
Yeah, that's 100% right. I think it's more than just a community event now. Like, it's grown to be a nationally recognised event, and it's wonderful that we've got so many competitors coming from all across Australia to want to race in our wonderful Don River. And it's also, it's great that we've got so many local people too, our Bowen locals who are actually involved and are racing today, and we've got a lot of support within our community for them.
I mean, like I just said, the amount of young kids and families and, support here shown by them, that's what it is, the sort of next generation. If they're inspired by these competitors here this weekend and everything that's been put on by you guys and the Burdekin Off-Road Club, I mean, that's sort of what our sport needs and the next generation.
Yeah, exactly. And we're so lucky that we have some wonderful sponsors to get behind this event as well. And a big shout out to Bowen Rail, who is the naming rights sponsor. So that's, fantastic. And there is so many sponsors behind the scenes as well. And every little bit counts. And the volunteers that sort of get behind this event as well. Like tonight, this time last year, I think there was 5,000 people who actually came through into the showgrounds to have a look. So that's phenomenal.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for everything you've done for the event, and hopefully it'll be another cracker here in Bowen this weekend. Now I'd like to call on Dean from the Bowen Rail Company, mate. I believe this is your first time. Obviously the major sponsor, naming rights sponsor this year, must be proud of, obviously just this is the start, but it's going to be a cracker weekend.
Yeah, look, we're really excited to get behind the event for the first year and the largest year yet. And it's blown me away, the amount of community support behind the event over the last couple of days, and the kids getting involved and a huge number of competitors out here tonight. So, we're really looking forward to the weekend.
And just a bit about, obviously, the company, for those sort of watching on the live stream, Bowen Rail Company, what's sort of involved in that?
Yeah, we've been going about 3 years now. A coal haulage company for looking after Bravis and the Carmichael mine, and we've gone from start-up now to over 170 employees here in Bowen, and that's sort of one of the big reasons why we've got behind this event is we want to support the events that are important to our people, and we just really want to see the community continue to grow and people come and visit Bowen.
And obviously over the course of the weekend, what's the plan? Getting the employees involved? I heard there's going to be a bit of a shuttle bus heading out to the main complex.
Yeah, look, we've got a big weekend planned. We've raffled off a lot of tickets, and lots of our employees getting behind the event, and should be a really good weekend. Yeah.
Anyway, and as I said, this is it's gone more than just this North Queensland region. This is Australian-wide now in off-road, and especially the bikes. And to be joined in the first year as the name right sponsor, it must be a good feeling. Yeah,
really good, and we're really happy to see a few visitors without Victorian plates on and driving at a different pace, so should be a good weekend.
Very good. Anyway, thanks for everything, and all the best for the 2024 Bowen Rail Company Don River Dash. We'll bring Josh and Dan back in. Josh, you want to do a few interviews, mate?
Yeah, we'll come for a bit of a walk along, and we'll have a look at the excellent car field that we have here. You can see that it stretches all the way around the showgrounds here. And we've got a bit of everything here this weekend. We've got production four-wheel drive, we've got modified four-wheel drive, we've got Class 11s, we've got Pro or Unlimited class. We've got lots of different cars here, so which is awesome, So we've got Darren Angle here, the 160. So for those that are tuning in for the first time, what that the 3 digits there indicates, the 1 at the front means that we're talking about a car that has a limited motor. So that means that it's a 3.5 litre naturally aspirated car, but a cool piece of kit there. So we continue to move down the line, and you'll see the 655. So this is the Night Boys here. So this is one of our Polarises, Can-Am. So a pretty cool bit of kit. You see those big King shocks on there. So these guys make up a large chunk of the field. And also one of the cool things here, all the way from our rush trucks, these guys actually build their own cars. We've got Cooper Western. Now, you'll see on the roof it's got the 1161, so that indicates that we're talking about a car that's Class 7, or Class 11, so this actually means a Class 7. We got Cooper here. Josh, mate, nice to meet you. How are you going? Good. So this is not your first Don River Dash?
Nah, third one, so it should be good. Track's looking good. Went out this afternoon, and it's awesome. It's going to be good fun.
So had a good pre-run, got your notes in there, ready to rock and roll. So you guys use a GPS?
No GPS. Don's pretty straightforward. We just go to pre-run, bit of fun, and this afternoon was good. Have a look at the track. It's pretty smooth.
Beautiful.
Pretty dusty, so it should be good fun.
Which is something that's probably not how often happens here at Don River, it being dusty. It's more well known as a sandbed race.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We had a bit of rain last night, so that should settle it down. But we'll see. I think we're starting mid-pack. It should be good chasing down cars and get to the finish line. That's the plan. Have fun.
Yeah, well, you did sort of mention that there about the starting mid-pack and then chasing cars down. It's one of the unique things about Don River, that reverse grid, and it's a very unique thing for Don River. It doesn't happen anywhere else. How do you find it? Do you like the reverse grid, or?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's the best. Chasing cars keeps that incentive to keep pushing. And after this, hopefully we're heading down to the Pines, and that's reverse grid as well. So, and no dust, so it should be good fun.
Beautiful. Sounds like you got a busy couple of days, so we'll let you go. Very good to see you. We'll be cheering you on. We'll be looking forward.
It's going to be good. See you, fellas.
Yeah, so cool. And again, hearing some of these guys talking about how they love the reverse grid. It's an interesting one, Josh, because some of the teams really love the reverse grids. Let's be honest, some really don't. Again, we've got one of the Rush trucks here, the 444 of Saunders, and it's a beautifully turned out truck. I believe it was fresh a couple of years ago. So they have been racing Don River Dash now for quite a while, and it's one of the local teams up here. We've got a few great Queensland teams up here, and again, a fantastic colour scheme on this truck, which really pops and stands out. Again, one of the things that we've seen come through is the number of side-by-sides racing. And again, the cool thing is that there is so many cars in these classes, so many changes, because there's the Can-Ams, there's the Polaris Pros, there's some fantastic cars. They've also allowed some modifications in now. So we actually see on these lower arms now that they were allowed modified suspension pickups. And I think that that's really made a position where they're actually staying longer. These race cars are, working longer, and, again, the side-by-sides initially were quite fragile, but now they are full performance race cars. Now, I'll tell you what, we are very lucky to be joined right here by none other than, the man, the myth, the legend, Mick Marson. I tell you what, he's driving the little fella this weekend. Talk to us. You've actually fresh off a really, really solid performance at the Gundy 500.
Solid or lucky? I don't know.
No, mate, listen, there's no luck in off-road racing. What is it? Proper preparation meets opportunity?
Yeah. No, it went good, eh? It was fifth outright there, so it was a bit of a surprise, but I don't think I'm going to get away with one of those this weekend, mate. But, the old reverse grid, starting mid-pack. I've never started later than third or fourth last, so I'm going to have 40 cars going around me this weekend, so it's going to be a new experience for me, mate.
So, guys, just to put you in the loop, Mick Marson obviously races a big pro car or an open car, unlimited?
Unlimited, yeah.
Unlimited car, which means he's got a 6-litre Ford, that beautiful Ford, unfortunately out of action at the moment, and he's racing this little single-seat racer, and it's a 10 car. So can you talk us through some of the rules? Because I tell you what, on the mic, we pump this 10 class. I feel like it is the new, if you're getting into off-road racing and you're not at least considering a 10 car to start off with, I think you're mad, Mick.
Absolutely. So, the 10 cars, at Gundawindi, there was 17 10 cars. It was probably nearly the biggest field. And 2.5 litre capacity, single seat or two seat, in any configuration. So, they're a great class. This car here hasn't cost me a great deal. To be honest with you, that's probably cost me $30,000. And it's just a good, fun little car to go race. I'd rather be racing with another 700 horsepower, but... Hey, but for this weekend, mate, all you got to do is put yourself in the game, and that's, I couldn't get the other one fixed in time, unfortunately. So I've done every Don River so far, so I wasn't going to miss one. So. Well,
Mick, the other thing is that you're also a race event organiser. So, put that hat on for a second. That keeps you pretty busy. I know you've been down here for a couple of weeks and, the lead up. Now, talk to us about some of the things that this year that you think are going to be standouts. I know you guys have made some changes. What are you looking forward to the most this year at Don?
There's always a bit of a stretch up the river that has a bit of water and stuff, and we've worked hard to eliminate a lot of that, just purely on a safety aspect. We've worked really hard with information out to the public about staying out of the river and keeping it safe. As we all know, off-road's had some incidents lately, so we're just trying to. This year is all about keep making the event better, but we've got to stay safe. Briefing in the morning will all be explained to a lot of the competitors, but yeah, I think the event's good. The good thing about our event now is we got a club that shares the load through. So whilst I've been here for a week and a bit, everyone pitches in. There's 13 or 14 main people in our committee, and everyone shares the load. So, mate, this for me, it's as president, it's getting a little bit easier each year to do, and that's what I love because everyone pitches in. We've got 7 cars that race out of Bowen now, which is incredible. You know, and with that comes all the helpers, everybody from Bowen, you know, and not just that, all the business houses, all the people that help us do the bits and pieces, you know, not just the ones that, you know, are throwing in good cash, you know, towards us to help put this brilliant type of event on. But it's also good that, you know, all the local business houses and everything. So we in turn sort of give that back, you know, so we support, we buy everything locally, we do as much as we can locally, and mate, how cool is this?
Oh, it's the coolest. And now, the other thing I wanted to ask you quickly about as an event organiser, like, the other cool thing about this race is the motorbikes. You know, it's cars and bikes, which always brings a really cool crossover feel, doesn't it? You know, we get lots of motorbike families that are walking up and down looking at the cars. We look at I'm an old motorbike boy. You've probably ridden your fair share of motorbikes. You stay away from them.
No,
you know, mate, you played football. How do you not ride motorbikes?
No, mate, honestly, I would kill myself on a bike. So I've just never had the opportunity to be on bikes, and, mate, they're a lot braver than me, honestly. We sit inside a lump of metal. You know, they're just out in the open. So, you know, a lot of the footage that we've seen on live stream the last couple of years has shown their talents, and sometimes not their talents. But they're braver than me, mate. I think I'll stick to the race cage.
Yeah, awesome. Now, absolutely appreciate your time, Nick. Now, listen, it's going to be rough out there. When are you going to get some real shocks on that thing? No, just kidding.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Good on you.
Yeah, so awesome. Mick is an absolute legend of the sport. I do joke, but he's real big. I had to run. Shane, get me out of there, because that boy is a big boy. But what a fantastic event organiser. Talbot, all the team up there, they put on such a great event and so much action. Little Can-Am here. So again, see some of the style. It doesn't look like it's actually racing at the moment, is it? But the 645, so another one of our awesome, I think that's Revival. So again, look at some of the awesome suspension setups and bits and pieces, all the arms and bits and pieces. I tell you what, the 226, so this is another one of our limited classes with Class 2. It would have a 1650cc motor. Probably was originally beam style, being converted to A-frame. That's pretty wild with the big coilovers hanging out the front. Yeah, so there's plenty going on here. Yeah, the 44 of Kruger, big pro car down there. Mogford as well as the side-by-side. And then we're here with Kai Floyd. Here, I'll hand over to Tobes.
Close, but not close enough. We're down here on the with Kai Camilleri, Red Nut Racing, mate. Welcome back to Bowen.
Thank you, yeah. Good to be back.
And first time in the big car. Tell us a bit about the Ultimate, the 34. What's changed for you over the last 12 months?
Oh, we've done heaps of sort of just ironing out the kinks, and it's going to be a good thing soon. We just got keep on all breaking out races and fixing stuff. Yeah,
you've had obviously only had the two starts, 10th and prologue at Gundy and 14th at Fink. Pretty proud, but starting out of 4th here tomorrow, obviously seeded draw. Very interesting, reverse grid. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, we just got to pick off them cars and see how we go.
And obviously you've won events before in the Can-Am, but obviously you've a lot more horsepower, and you've really going to step it up this weekend. I'm really looking forward to seeing you this weekend on in the next couple of years. You've got people to thank to get here this weekend and beyond.
Just like to thank Method Race Wheels and Comiskey Mining Services, Mum and Dad. They put in a huge amount of effort. Wayno, Dingo, all the people who got me here. Thank you.
And tell us, what do you love the most about the Don River Dash?
Oh, just, picking off the reverse grid. It's just picking off the cars, and it's good fun.
Getting into it.
Yeah.
Well done, Kai Camilleri. All the best this weekend. Car 34, definitely one to watch. Let's go out here. We might get a quick word with Greg Campbell. Here with Greg Campbell. Greg, welcome to Bowen, mate, for the first time. How are you? What are your thoughts?
That was wild. First, we went for a bit of a recce down the river, then we did the full recce this afternoon in a ute. It was hard work in the ute. It was pretty cruisy in the buggy. Yeah. But no, it's going to be a fast track. It's just getting your head around the different rules and what they do with the keeping to the correct side. But no, it'll be fun. We're just here for fun.
And obviously the reverse grid this weekend, it's pretty unique in the off-road world. What are your thoughts on that? And do you know where you're starting tomorrow?
I think we're 38th or something, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. The reverse grid, I don't know. I've never done anything like that, so we'll just have to deal with it. And I guess we just keep our eye on the mirrors as best we can and hope everyone coming through is slightly patient on the way through, I guess. Everyone does the right thing, it'll be fine.
And obviously this year you've brought out the new Can-Am R. Tell us a bit about that and your thoughts. Obviously you've nearly done a full season, but the difference with the X3.
Look, I think the X3 is still an extremely fast car. Like, it's been quick at every national level. The quickest car still in each section has pretty much been the X3. I think the Mav R will beat it over a season on reliability. They're just a lot tougher car. We haven't done a lot of maintenance compared to the X3 on the Mav R. So far, yeah, touch wood, it's been a good thing. Like, we run it first in class at Kary, but then had a few issues. I think they're just sort of trying to sort out first or second, and it's been a good thing.
Very good. Anyway, all the best this weekend, and hopefully see you at the finish line Sunday morning.
Looking forward to just having a fun weekend for a change.
Very good. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Campbell, GRC Motorsport, all the way from Sydney. I was handed over to Josh Curran.
So we'll keep moving down the line. Now, one of the cool things here that we've got with this little hectic racing division, this is actually underneath this skin. While it may look like a little mini trophy truck, this is actually a Can-Am underneath. It's got a cool little body. So if you get yourself around the back of the car, you'll notice that it's got its motor and everything in the back like a Can-Am. You'll see they're obviously going through some of their She's going through some of the scrutineering at the moment. So the cars are so they're currently going through their scrutineering at the moment. So we'll give them a little bit of a break while we have a little bit of a look. But one of the cool things here is it's actually looks like the young lady in the driver's seat is actually going to be our driver this weekend. So the 1169, definitely one of the cars we'll keep our eye out. We might see if we can get them a little bit later on. Some great female competitors. And then we come across to the 412 here. Now, this is the Kildee team. Now, this is a great truck here. Now, this something very unique about this compared to a lot of the trucks that you'll see here this weekend. This one actually built all in-house here in Australia. So the big arms here on this truck. Now we swing across to the 16, the green and black machine of Talbot Cox. Now, Talbot actually our original winner of the Don River Dash. So one of the great things about Talbot, we were talking to his buddy Mick Marson before. These are the guys that actually come up with the original idea of the Don River. The Don River actually kicked off via Talbot flying a helicopter around.
Hey, mate, now some of the interesting things to look at as we get these great shots on the live feed. Obviously, we've got the hydraulic bumps. Bit unusual on one of these unlimited type buggies, because very common on the trucks. They've got the bigger, the more weight, but it's got the slapper bar style on the A-arm. So something, I was going to say something a bit different there on this racer. Got the bump stop, so that's obviously to limit up travel, give you another zone of tuning. And then something else that's quite interesting, you look at Kildee's, these lower A-arms, Cox's is set up quite the same, but then we come along here to the hectic truck. This is a brand new Rush truck, I believe, that it's built, and it's run quite a bit of A-arm, so it's got quite a bit of preload, and it's quite an interesting truck. So, guys taking, a little bit more ride height, probably set up for the bigger hits, the bigger bumps, so something very cool along here, but a brand new truck, this one, and it's a beautifully turned out gear. Again, I believe it's got a motor out of Luke Hendry's stable there. And then something cool about this one, come and have a look at this. This is an old S&S race frame, and this has actually got the motor backwards in it, and it runs a V-drive and to the rear drive, so it's actually a trophy truck with the motor in the rear. And again, I believe it's an S&S frame. I apologise if I'm wrong, but the 435 with a little LS in the back. This car was campaigned out of Alice Springs for a while and been around the traps and done quite a few. I believe Kevy Knott had it for a little while, and yeah, very cool little truck there. It's been around and done a lot of kilometres, so very cool. Got that old school Yank style. I love it. Cool truck. So we'll keep moving down the list again. Oh, we've got the old, now this one. This is the Booth car. Beautifully turned out car. These are the ES. They're actually called a Porter car, but ES make them now and still do this style of frame. And this frame at the time was absolutely dominating the performance. So, yeah, Booth will have a good run out of that car. And then the 1059, again, one of our little 10 cars. So it's got that limited 2.5 litre motor in it. A lot of these guys running Hondas or Mitsubishi, or the Ecotech out of America was the one that made it famous. But the Wrights having a nice little car here. I'd say this is a converted 1650 that they put a 10 motor in that is much more easy to, to find these parts. The 1600s were very difficult at the time. one of our fantastic sponsors here as well, the Nortrans boys. Unfortunately, Kent not here at the moment, but we will catch up with him over the course of the weekend because actually, and it's interesting, very low here, guys. They've got it sit down nice and squat, this car, so it's interesting. They've gone a little bit different. Doesn't appear to have a lot of ride height in it, so he might be going for cornering performance, but he will also have the in-cab on our live stream, which I cannot wait to see. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I tell you what, Toby's here at the moment. I'll throw over to Tobes.
Thanks, mate. Down here with former Aura chairman, Mr. Ivan Robertson, mate. How are you?
Pretty good, mate. Pretty good. Yeah, awesome to be back up here again. Yeah.
And this is an event you don't like. Obviously, the competition's part of it. You love getting up here, treat it like a little holiday. I think that's what this sort of Don River Dash has become.
Yeah, it is. Like, first time we come up, we're blown away. Last year we went to the schools, and that gave me faith in kids. Like, the kids were in and out this car, and they're just so well behaved, and it's not just racing we come for. So it's been awesome, and we did it all again this year as well.
So tell us a bit about that. You went to the schools yesterday, and I believe the rail, Don River Rail as well, Bowen Rail.
Yeah, that's correct. Went up to the schools, and principal gets in, and the mayor, and yeah, there was a fair few there, and the kids just love it. They just love it, and it's so good to get them into this. If we can get them into this, maybe they'll have pretty cool lives, and they'll be hooked.
And obviously, to the racing, you had a good run here last year. I think about 6th, 7th out, right? 7th, I think. Yeah. So obviously, you don't have high expectations. Obviously, I don't think have you raced since this event last year?
No, I haven't raced at all. We've got a few issues probably with the motor, but it's never what you expect. So we've been out today doing some running and that, doing some rides, media rides and stuff like that. But it seems strong. Yep.
And the event itself, at least the Bowen Showground's absolutely packed. I mean, as you said, the kids, 215 bikes this weekend. The Burdekin Club have put on another cracker event.
Yeah, they certainly put on an event. And that's the thing, it is an event. Yeah. It's not just we're going racing. Like, we'll go down the beach, we'll go do whatever, go and get a nice feed of fish and chips and the kids, etc. They just put an event on. Yeah,
that's what it's become, and everyone loves it, and I'm sure it's just only one of those that just continues to prosper. Anyway, all the best this weekend, and hopefully see you at the finish line on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like, we've done a few Ks today, so let's hope.
There we go, race fans. Ivan Robertson, all the way from Mildura in Victoria. We might have, we'll try and see if we can get up here. We see the Wearing Rush Truck. 878, the Peterson, Tacoma. See who else we can get up here. A couple of our Class 8s, the Henderson, the Toyota Lachlan Waters. This is the ex-James Cook Can-Am here, the 699 out of Toowoomba. It's pretty cool. This is the ex-James Cook, the one that he's dominated the last couple of years, Dan, and any time you purchase a car with a bit of history and results, it's always adds a bit of calibre to your team.
Yeah, it's nice when you don't have to go for a fresh suspension setup and a full setup. Like, it's already a proven package, isn't it? It's already got the spares parts with it. Yeah. It's already got the setup. It's cool. And I tell you what, I was going to say the other rig beside it, Hank the Tank. I love this thing.
What a season he's had. I mean, the Silver Bullet, the Land Cruiser, 76 series. As you said, you're caught him down at Gundy. I mean, it's a tough gig, 500 Ks of Gundy in the Silver Bullet.
Well, I see he didn't even take it off the trailer. He was just servicing her on the trailer and brought it straight to the Bowen race. So, yeah, the boys have had a great run this year.
That's when you know you're off-road, when you do it on the trailer. I'll see if we can get a word with a couple more of our drivers. See the James Sant, the 1144. We'll try and get down here. We see the Commons truck. Another one of the guys I think will be underrated this weekend, Dan. Nick Commons, down from Parks, and I think he's starting around that 8th or 9th. I think he could be a dark horse. I think he could push really hard in those first couple of laps. Obviously, the truck's really set up for this sort of rough of terrain, and I think he could be one to watch.
Yeah, we saw him start at St George. They had a couple of cars there on the McIntyre 900 there. And then, they've really stepped up the game. They've got that Brenthal truck dialed in. It's working really nice at the moment. I think that's the key for them. Their suspension, its confidence, it's everything that suits. Hey, Joey Bulmer's here as well, too. There's a couple of carbon races floating around. Yeah, absolutely. He had a cracking run at Gundy and everything. But, hey, listen, I think Josh is going to take over here because you're running towards Royen Bailey.
I'm actually going to scoot in quickly to Joey. But now, yeah, me and Joey, if you tuned into Gundy, we had the most awkward handshake ever. So can we try and make up for that? Well, Joey, it's a pleasure to see you. How was your run at Gundy? Happy with the car? I know you've made some big changes from last year, from when you'd first raced it. Obviously, a pretty quick turnaround, so nothing too major to do.
No, our biggest drama was the boys didn't fill the car with fuel enough. That's what run out about 30 k's on the finish.
That's a bit of a bugger. So obviously that's gone onto your checklist. Make sure the car's fuel ready for the start tomorrow. Now, one of the things that I've been asking people, are you excited about the reverse grid tomorrow, getting to start and having some slower cars to pass? It's a bit of a unique thing for the Don. Are you excited to experience that?
We are, but we've got a lot of fast ones coming up behind us too, so I don't know how we're going to go. We'll just take it one step at a time, I suppose.
Yeah, beautiful. So this is your first time at Don. I won't hold you up for too long, mate, but an absolute pleasure. I'm glad we got 2 for 2 for the good handshakes this time, but always great to see you, Joey. So we keep moving along now. Royen Bailey here, so I'll hand you back to Toby.
Thanks, Josh. Down here with the defending champion for the Don River Dash from 2023, Royen Bailey. Mate, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm loving it. It's awesome weather up here.
And obviously you've had the week up here to acclimatise. And tell us a bit about the event itself. Obviously you're starting from the back of the field tomorrow, which is very unique, in especially Australian off-road. And it adds to the challenge of the Don River Dash.
Yeah, look, it is. I mean, this is a unique format, we come up here and it's good to be starting at the back. It means we did something right last year and looking forward to it. This is always a fantastic event.
I mean, that was a pretty sweet win for you last year. Obviously, I was here. You had some very good competition, same as this year. It's a quality field. But to go out there on the Sunday, I think you started from third on Sunday, and to bring home the King of the River must have just made everything worthwhile for the element.
It did, mate, and we did get a bit lucky there with a couple of guys had a couple of issues, but we didn't really know. We thought we were close. We thought we were a podium, but to find out we're on the top step, that was pretty special last year, I tell you.
Yeah. No, I saw you smile when you got out of the car with your son Lachlan. It must have meant the world to you. And obviously the event, I know we've got 215 bikes here this year and 80, I think 90 cars all up. But, I mean, it's a special event and it's, one of Australia's marquee events now.
Isn't it great, and this is how off-roading should be, I believe. And the format is just awesome. We come out at the Speedway here and the crowd's unbelievable. The hospitality of all the people up here are unbelievable. And we look forward to every year. It's great.
Anyway, thanks for your time. All the best tomorrow, in your title defence, and we wish you hopefully see you on Sunday morning on the podium again.
Let's hope, mate. Thanks, Toby.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Royen Bailey. We'll just head back over to Dan here. I think we got a couple more words, mate.
Yeah, mate, absolutely brilliant. I tell you what, those element cars work so good. They're just simply amazing in the rough and a full Australian car, so I think that's pretty awesome. So I think we're going to head over this way and start having a look at a few of the motorbikes now, make our way over towards last year's winner, Liam Walsh, I apologise. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. And some of the things, check out straight in front of us, big two-strokers. So we've got some two-strokes, some four-strokes. KTMs are very, very popular here. But it's a fantastic opportunity just to have a real quick look at some of these bikes here. So you'll see them with the big tanks. They've also got the steering stabilisers on these, so they're not like your normal motocross bikes. And they run these steg pegs too. They actually lock their legs in, hold tight, and it actually stops you from falling off the back of the bike. So, they're a bit of a different setup, these enduro, these desert bikes, and it's quite interesting. A few of the guys that aren't running steering dampeners and bits and pieces, if you get in here, you'll actually get a really good look at this steering dampener. This is actually a Scott steering dampener in here, and they're multi-way adjustable, and they do all sorts of stuff, but really it just keeps you tracking in that rough stuff. So if you've never ridden a dirt bike with a steering dampener, it is a real game changer out here at the Don River. And again, customised steg pegs, all the horsepower, the big seats, all the gear. So it's going to be very interesting because we've got a huge range of bikes. There's a couple of WRs here. The dead set look like they've rolled off the showroom floor. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all goes. But listen, we're going to keep moving over here because we got all the bikes. Holy moly, that is an XR. That's fantastic.
Now this thing here, the 909, Mr. Larson, this has given me some really big Johnny Campbell 1X vibes. Now, get in here close, have a little bit of look. I'm sure Dan's run you through it, but like we said, this may look like just a bit of a stock XR. We have a little bit of a look in here behind the handlebars. You'll see the big Scott steering dampener, the suspension in here, the steg pegs, all the modifications. Now, one of the things that this poor man, I don't know if you've ever had to do it after riding about 150 kilometres of the thickest sand you've ever ridden. Have a look at this bad boy right here. That's a Kickstarter. May as well be an RMZ, this thing here with the Kickstarter. But I tell you what, awesome to see that not everyone, the forks on the front.
Yeah, so these are non-upside-down forks. These are conventional forks too, which is absolutely blowing me away. So if you're confused what we're talking about, this is what all modern motocross bikes run. Not this guy. He's going to Iron Man it on the XR 650. It's like he hasn't stepped a day out of 1999, and he's loving it, I tell you. So absolutely awesome to see. But then, we head on over and have a look at some of the quality of these race bikes here underneath the pit tents. There's some beautiful bits of gear here. Again, so good to see so many brands represented too, Got the Hondas, we got all the KTMs, we've got the Yamahas. There's a good display of gases, Shercos here. So, again, we got all of these fantastic racers here signing autographs for all the crew. Actually, we were lucky enough to have a chat with Brodie Waters last year. Unfortunately, he had a bit of a tough year last year. We won't bring that on him. I'm sure he's just focused on nothing but winning here this year. Hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, keep doing what you're doing. But, Brodie, how's it going, mate? You're having a win this year? You're excited about this race?
I'm always excited to come back to the Don River. I love this event. Hopefully this year I don't have to come and sit with you guys. And,
well, that's disappointing for us, I'll tell you, because the knowledge and info. Well, we were actually pretty lucky. We got not so young Ivan Long sitting in with us this year, so no doubt he'll tell us some good stories.
Yeah, it'll be good that Longy's in with you guys, and as I say, everything's been going quite well so far, so I hope that I can finish up the front.
Awesome, mate. Now I know you've had some, let's say, ups and downs this year. That's motorbike racing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and just got to keep looking at the positives and keep chipping away, and hopefully we can get up the front and finish on the box this weekend.
Awesome. Now, mate, can you tell us any of your little secrets behind the bike here? It's just a stock old off-the-shelf Honda, right?
It is really quite stock. It's only a few little mods done, and it's pretty much your stock 450.
And you're happy with the package this year? It's a bit different to what you were riding last year?
Yeah, it's obviously different from last year, but I'm really happy, and everything's been going really well down the river, and yeah, everything's looking really positive, so hopefully Sunday I'm up front there.
Awesome, mate. Well, after you finish the 3 laps on Saturday, come and say hello. We look forward to seeing you, but we'll let you get back to the crowd and have a great night. Thanks, legend. Yeah, so cool. Again, so much access with these races, which makes it fantastic. There's all sorts of great stuff happening. Grabo's here as well, and here I'm going to throw over to Tobes.
Thanks, mate. I'm just down here at the Gas with Nathan from Rocky, mate. First time at the Don River Dash. You must be pretty excited.
Yeah, mate, it's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
And tell us a bit how it all works. Obviously, you've been riding since you were about 12, and you come up and watched it last year, and now you find yourself on one of these pieces of machinery behind us.
Yeah, we come up, me and the wife come up last year to have a look, and just decided I wouldn't mind having a crack at it. And then we were walking around and seeing Grabo had a sign up for the hire bike, so I started talking to him, and a month later I just rang him up and said, let's do it. So all started from there. Yep. So pretty good.
He's obviously got all these bikes here, and obviously, yeah, as you said before, you can hire them out and obviously get out there and experience the ultimate river race here at Bowen. It's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah. Spent the day Wednesday setting the bikes up and doing a few pre-runs, and best bike I've ever ridden, really, basically, with the suspension on it. So I don't think you could buy a bike and set it up as well as these blokes unless you're willing to lay the money down for it. But yeah, it's definitely a good experience. Plus the coaching too, that's pretty invaluable.
And we've talked to a few of our car drivers, competitors so far tonight for the weekend. What are your thoughts heading out there on the bike? Obviously, it will be cut up a bit after sort of 90 bike cars get around it 3 times. But yeah, what are you thinking heading into tomorrow?
Yeah, the pre-ride this afternoon sort of give us a bit of an insight as to what's going to start breaking up and where the big wallows are going to happen. But yeah, we won't know until we get out there tomorrow for that first lap. I suppose first lap's got to be like a fast siding lap and then work it out from there, I suppose. And then Sunday it'll be all different again. So.
Anyway, welcome to Bowen and all the best this weekend, and hopefully see you Sunday afternoon. I'll now hand back to Dan. He's got Grabo.
Yeah, awesome. I'm joined by none other than, I don't know, you've won more dirt bike championships and races and bits and pieces than anyone else I know, mate. So how's it feel to be back in the beautiful Bowen in the North Queensland? You here for a good time or a long time, or what's the plan?
I've been here for a while. As you can tell from my voice, I've been doing a heap of coaching out in the river and yelling at people and having a ball. But yeah, I love coming up here every year. It's the third year, and our setup keeps getting bigger and bigger. So you see, we enjoy it and try and encourage more and more people to come here. And for me, it's a massive event. I do coaching, I have bike rentals, I have a race myself, and it's fun tonight. Been feeding me face and looking forward to getting into it tomorrow.
Awesome, mate. Well, there's 215 motorbikes. I swear about half of them are yours here this weekend. So obviously the VIP ride experience is going great, Guns. It's doing everything that you'd hoped of.
That's it. Like, we've been running the gases this year, and everyone seems to like red, which is good. And no, we can't complain. Like, we're working hard and giving people good bikes and treating them like rock stars. So they seem to come back, which is good.
Mate, and you guys, like, as a team as a whole, have come off some really good results. So, like, Fink was great, Haddo was great. So you guys would have to be happy. And, you know, coming into Don, this is a race that, you know, has typically, you've had some great results as well. So exciting times.
Yeah, it's exciting. This race is tough. Like, I've been coaching here all week and I've seen lots of bikes stop in the river. So we know how tough it is. But at the same time, it's got to be challenged, and that's why we come back.
And now, Grabo, you don't just run races just for, like, professional races either. You know, you can set someone up on a 250, a 450, a 500. You know, you really tailor it, and then you get the suspension set up to suit their capabilities and their abilities and their weight. So, you know, it's something that it's not just guys. Like, you had a great story, the guy that came over and couldn't speak English. Like, you know, he came racing. So, you know, this really is everyone can come and have a race.
It is. Like you mentioned then, where the Brazilian guy spoke no English, so that was interesting. And then young Jet this year, I think he was on the 250 Gasser and it was his first go, so it's nice being able to pass on knowledge, whether young, old, tall, skinny, whatever, and set up a bike for them, like, hopefully better than anything they've ever ridden, and let them have a bit of fun.
Yeah, and the other key, mate, again, I'm just trying to get it across to the guys at home. Like, you know, Seaton Battle told me the year that he came for a ride with you at Fink, and he said, there's no way you'd do it any other way. Like, you know, it might seem like an outlay, but honestly, by the time you set up your bike with steering dampeners, stags, suspension, all the other stuff, I mean, it's a great option to just fly into a race like Bowen, get set up, you know, you guys get the bikes through scrutineering and everything. Again, it is that rock star experience, isn't it?
It is. Like, I don't now that I'm doing the work, but I take it for granted all the years with being a race team rider and just rocking up with your gear bag. So it's nice to be able to pass that on to other people, and they can see what we experience as full pro racers.
Awesome, mate. Well, I can tell you personally, as soon as you started doing this, I was so excited. I thought this is the best thing ever for, you know, guys that want to have an actual crack, and, you know, like, you can turn up, and if you're a pretty decent rider, you give them the right bit of gear, and it's great to see how strong it is. How many bikes do you have here this weekend?
To do a quick count in my head, so 14. So we're running 14, and so far I've got a fair mix of riders. I think there's a couple of young guys there that'll probably give me a bit of a hurry up, which is probably a good thing. And then other guys, it's their first time, so we just want to get them across the finish line and see them smiling.
Awesome, mate. Now, I probably should have G'd this question up off, but do you do, like, is it only races, or can they come for, like, a trail ride with you, and you do coaching outside of a race? Like, can they come and see you at Bathurst or something and come riding?
Yeah, that's it. Like for me, I like to do a lot of small groups, one-on-one, stuff like that. I like to be able to really help someone. Like, I don't do big groups where it's generic, just telling people generic stuff. I like to really help them try and improve. So, yeah, we do all that stuff. We do VIP trail rides, do everything. You just look up Grabo's Trail and Track, and it's pretty easy to find.
You answered my question. I was going to say, where can they find you? But the internet's the place to be. Awesome, Grabo. It's great. I hope you have a fantastic race this weekend, and I'm excited to call you across the line.
Thank you.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, so cool. Again, 14 motorbikes here with the VIP race experience, Grabo's Trail and Track. They're on the gases this year. They've run a couple of different brands, but absolutely awesome setup these guys have got. And again, what a way to do it. If you want to come for a ride, I'm telling you, I've talked to a lot of people, and they seem to be all about this, arrive and ride. It's a brilliant thing.
Yeah, I was just having a bit of a chat to some of the people that are doing the VIP experience with Grabo, and they're stoked with the whole way it is going. But as we continue down the line here, we come along and we catch up with the man, Liam Walsh, our defending champ from last year. How you going, mate? You feeling relaxed?
Yeah, feeling relaxed, ready to go.
Got a plan. So what I want to know is the most important question that I get asked all lead up to this is, if you win, are you going to lay another burnout?
I'm hoping so.
Very good.
We'll go and do, a couple good days first and see how we end up at the end of it.
Very good. And you've had a good prep and a good lead up to Don?
So far I've been doing a bit of riding since the injury after Fink, so it's as much as I can get for now. So we'll go out tomorrow and give it our best shot.
Very good. So tell us a little bit about the injury that you had at Fink that took you out of that race.
It was just a slight fracture in my right wrist. It wasn't too bad, which was good. It only took me 4 to 6 weeks to sort of get back on track again and get back to riding. So, we're feeling fit and healthy for the race and ready to go.
Awesome. That is great news. And a bit of a plan of attack tomorrow. Get out the front, dominate, send a bit of a message, or just there's Brodie Waters obviously being healthy this year. A few people with the Grabo. There's a few good riders here. Got a bit of a plan for tomorrow?
Yeah, just sort of keep it to every other year and go out the first lap and just try bridge a sort of little bit of a gap. But as you say, there's some guys like Brodie Waters and that'll be hot on my tail. So I'll just go out there and do the best I can and keep it on 2 wheels.
Awesome. And have you been up here earlier in the week doing some pre-running?
Yeah, I've been up here since Tuesday, so we did Tuesday, Wednesday and a little bit Thursday. And I went around the track in a four-wheel drive this afternoon to have a bit of a closer look. But it's definitely roughing up and it's shaping up to be a good race.
Awesome. Well, all the best for the race tomorrow and Sunday. We look forward to hopefully getting to catch up with you a little bit later on.
No worries.
Very good. Now we continue along our line here, and looks like we've got some great few Yamahas here, which is great. Now, one of the cool things that the media team behind the Don River have done this year is if you jump onto the Facebook page Don River Dash and have a little bit of a look, you'll see that they've got all these statistics of cars, bikes, what brand of bikes, female riders, age group. So the media team for Don River have done an amazing job in breaking everything down for this year's Don.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. Completely agrees with the way that the Don have put in. And talking about people that have put in, hey, Sam, I'm joined by Sam from the Ronald McDonald House Charity? Yes, excellent. And you guys are running a fantastic a raffle here this weekend. What can we do?
Yes, we are. So we're going to be running a raffle tonight and Saturday and Sunday. So first prize is valued at $4,000 with a VIP experience with Matt Stone Racing at the Townsville V8s next year, as well as a $2,000 travel voucher. And we've got 3 other really amazing prizes as well. Or if they don't interest you, you can always make a donation. We support so many families with sick or injured children every year through loads of different programs all across North Australia.
Awesome. Now, if I want to buy a ticket, obviously tonight I go over to your tent. Where am I going tomorrow?
So we're actually going to start walking around shortly, and tomorrow we'll be walking around as well, and you'll be able to purchase them at the merch tent tomorrow and Sunday as well.
Awesome. Now, I'm obviously a rookie here. Can I go buy them online if I'm sitting at home on the internet?
Unfortunately not, but on the Don River Dash Facebook page there is a donate fundraising page. So you can go on and make a donation and just click on the link, and that comes directly to us as well.
Awesome, Sam. Well, I tell you what, motorsport's in our blood. You've got the right prize there. We like the motorsport stuff, so I can't wait, and I'll be over later to give you a voucher or buy a ticket. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Sam. Cheers. Yeah, so absolutely awesome shots here, mate. The motorbikes are super cool. Where so much action going on. Look at the Yamahas and the KTMs, and there's all good stuff here. Again, KTMs are I even see an old quacker over here, John. Exciting to see. Plenty of cool. Got the Huskies, all sorts of stuff here. Oh, got the man, the myth, the legend. I'm going to sneak in here for a second while the camera's going over. Hey, Triggy, how are you, brother?
Yeah,
excellent, mate.
Ripping. We're bloody keen as for the weekend, so, looking good.
Awesome there, mate. This is your third time here now. Second time. Yeah, awesome. So, you've got a bit of you learn a bit on the last one because it's a bit of a different race, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, like last year, I sort of geared my bike up and was too much for the first day. Track was rougher than I thought. And then we had a bit of ground to make up on the Sunday. But, we got home in third and got number 3 this year. So, we're pretty keen to get straight into it this year.
Yeah, awesome, mate. I mean, it's going to be a great race. They're talking about the track. You've done a bit of pre-running out there?
Yeah, I have. Been here all week and, been riding on both bikes. I've got the race bike and a practice bike and just checking it all out. I was hoping there was a few more corners, but she's all straight going and just flat out. So, anyway, yeah, it'll be good fun.
And we've had a bit of, unseasonably late rain, but it really doesn't seem to have sorted, the dust is still a factor, isn't it?
Yeah, that topsoil is still pretty loose and there's a little bit of water there, but they've, bulldozed a sandy bit through there, so a little bit of moisture might come up, but anyway, there's no water at the moment.
No, awesome. And mate, you've been having some pretty good results this year. You had been enjoying riding?
Yeah, my best one was probably at Hatter there. We had a stacked field. We had some, top riders, and I still got 9th, so I was pretty stoked with that. I did want to be higher, but considering the riders, it was good effort.
Mate, anywhere up there is very fast. All of you motorbike guys are superhuman, in my opinion. It's crazy. The pace here has stepped up time and time again, and, I mean, Walshy's obviously wanting to make it 3 in a row, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right. So, hopefully he's put in a little work because he, had that injury, so I'm sure he's ready to go as well.
Awesome, mate. Well, it's great to talk to you. And, mate, jump up into the commentary box tomorrow after we see you come through on Saturday because, we don't want to see any damage. We want to see that number 3 on the bop.
Yep, rightio. Sounds good.
Awesome, mate. Enjoy. So good.
Righto, team. So we're getting close to the end of our stream. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna, as you can see down here at the showgrounds. If you're close to Bowen at the moment, what are you doing not here down at the showgrounds for the Don River Dash? We've got live music. We've got Eat Street happening. I was smelling some of the food before. It was pretty good. I'll be looking for a sausage sandwich a bit later on, but that might be a bit later. So I'm just going to finish off a couple of predictions. I think we're going to see Royen go back to back. I think he's our man in our car class on the 4 wheels, and I probably can't split it. I think Triggy. I'm feeling like he's riding good, very experienced in sand. I think, like you said last year, learnt a few things, a little bit of geared up. I think we're going to see a great battle between Triggy and Liam for the overall on the bikes as well. I don't care though. Whoever wins it on the bike, if you don't do a burnout, you're dead to me.
Yeah, good. Yeah, mate, as you said, the atmosphere, where else we want to be? Literally, Bowen is the place to be at. And I think, going on you, I think Liam Walsh will be hard to beat in the bikes again. I reckon Kent Battle, fellow, not one of your good friends, Kent Battle, I think he could be one to watch really closely. Royden will be up there. And Nick Commons, just don't be surprised if you see a Brenthal, beautifully turned out Westline Brenthal, knocking on the door. And he's in a sort of a good spot, I reckon. So, yeah, I can't wait. Bring on 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, Dan.
Yeah, mate, listen, all great predictions, because the one thing that I like that you guys haven't gone with, there's no trucks in that list. You're right, there's no trucks going to win this race. Absolutely impossible. So, number 1, I'm actually going for Talbot Cox, the 16. I think that's a good choice, and Brodie Waters is my motorbike pick, just because, I got to be honest, I like Triggy, I like Liam Walsh, but you guys pick them, so I'll go with Brodie Waters. Is that good a choice or what? Let's see what happens. And again, you heard Grabo say there could be some sneakies. There's a sneaky guy right there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we will sign off. Thanks for joining us all over on the internet. We are at the Don River Dash 2024. It is going to be an absolutely cracking year here, and we're going to have so much action as we start cranking with the live music, all the food, all the stuff that's going on down here at Don River and at the showgrounds in Bowen. Honestly, if you're not here, what are you doing? You're absolutely mad, because this is the place to be. We're going to be down in the river tomorrow.
We'll take forever.
8 o'clock, yeah. Huddy's giving us the hot tips. So 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be on with all the action.
stringent.